Welcome back to another video here at Euphoric Sports. Today we're going to be talking about the NFL and some standout predictions I had from last week. And then we're going to talk about my predictions for next week. So for this week I went 7 and 8. I got 7 right, 8 wrong. The notable ones that I got right was Ravens, Bears. The Ravens with their backup quarterback ended up beating the Bears, and I knew they were going to do that because Brett Hundley is not that bad of a backup. And the Bears are complete trash with Nagy as head coach. They even had to switch quarterbacks. Justin Fields and Dalton were getting destroyed by the D-line. It was just predictable in my opinion. And then one that I really believe that I am a philosopher on the next coming of freaking, I don't know, some guy who could tell the future. Colts beat the Bills in Buffalo. Jonathan Taylor career game, 5 touchdowns. This is going to be a step forward in Jonathan Taylor's career, I'll tell you now. I think he's like the next Derrick Henry now. He's going to be that good of a running back. And he got Carson Wentz, who's not that bad of a quarterback. I think a lot of people destroyed him and said that he was a bad quarterback just because he didn't do as good with the very bad Eagles team. But the Colts will be doing something this year for sure in the playoffs, 100%. Might even win the division with Titans losing to the Texans. That was unexpected. Then another one that I got right, that was a pretty good decision, was Chiefs beating the Cowboys. Cowboys really struggled against the Chiefs' awful defense. Unexpected by everyone. The Cowboys were supposed to be this powerhouse, but the Chiefs, a really bad Chiefs according to everyone, ended up beating them. And yeah, the only thing I could see from the Cowboys that was good was Micah Parsons, who's having a really good year as a rookie. Could be going for rookie or defensive player of the year. Definitely defensive rookie of the year. But he's pretty insane. That was a good pick from the Cowboys. Another one that I got right was the Steelers Chargers. I know I picked against my team, but it's just going into LA, even though it was basically a home game because there's no such thing as a Charger fan. You know, I just knew the Chargers offense was good and the Steelers offense I didn't think was going to compete, but we semi-competed, but I feel like the defense is the key point there. Put us in really good positions to win the game, put us on the 10-yard line and stuff like that. They were responsible for a lot of points the offense scored. But the Chargers just still run up the score, so the defense played good and bad. You can't say you had a good defensive game and get scored on 41 times. But we move into the next week. We'll be a little bit more healthy. We had Mika Fitzpatrick and others out, and Big Ben coming back from a week off because of COVID. So I'm looking forward now that we're a little bit more healthy. And then now we got some that I got wrong that nobody expected was the Titans losing to the Texans. That was that was pretty bad. Ryan Tannehill looked like Miami days right there. I mean, there's a lot of injuries on the Titans team though, but I think they might fall off. I've been saying since Derrick Henry's out and others like Julio Jones and stuff like that are on the IR, I think it's not going to be very good for them. All they got is A.J. Brown now and Tannehill. Too many injuries for me. I believe the Colts have a real chance of competing for the division, but we'll see. The Colts, I think, a team to watch in the AFC. Then another game that I got wrong that I was kind of surprised was probably the Giants-Tampa. I thought the Giants would take care of their son Tom Brady and beat them, but Jason Garrett did get fired for the poor calls that he was doing, rightfully so. Good on the Giants for making that decision. Jason Garrett, jeez, man, I don't know what to say. Like, somehow your old lineman has more touchdowns than your first round pick, wide receiver, and your massive free agency buy in Kenny Golladay. Like, come on, man. Then another one that I was really confident that I would get right, this is the last one I'm going to do for this week, is Carolina, Washington. I thought Cam Newton would awaken the team and win, but they lost by 6 points. That's not that bad, but maybe they'll win next week. Who knows? But, you know, who knows? I know, and they won't. But, yeah, I thought Washington wasn't that good, and the running game's been iffy, you know, with Gibson and McKissick, not knowing who your RB1 is there. But I was surprised there, but Washington does win in that division right there. It's getting kind of competitive with the Cowboys losing, Eagles and Washington winning, Eagles looking kind of decent, beating the Saints unexpected. Kind of crazy there. But we'll see how it plans out for the rest of the NFL season. Now we got week 12, Thanksgiving week. We got 3 games in Thanksgiving. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so early Thanksgiving to the viewers. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. And now, for the games. On Thursday, we got the first one, really bad game. So disappointed. They always have the Lions and Bears. It's always the worst game ever. I'm not gonna lie. The only people that will really be watching is DeAndre Swift fantasy owners and Hawkinson fantasy owners. Everyone else, sleep on it. Sleep in, guys. Terrible game. But I'm going to have to go Lions get their first win of the year. Nagy's going to be the head coach that week. Whoever starts at QB, I'm going to pray for you, man. But, yeah, Lions will get their first win. I know I had them last week getting that win, and they didn't. But this week they will get it. And now, Cowboys Raiders. This is a semi-good game right here. We got 2 teams that are looking to get into the playoffs playing against each other. I think the NFL did pretty good with this decision of a game. Not that bad. But I got the Cowboys winning at home against the Raiders. The Raiders looked 4-1, that they were going to be winning the division. Chiefs are done. They've been figured out. Broncos are 3-0. All this kind of stuff I heard. Raiders are back. Commitment to excellence. I'm sorry, but they're going to be a mid-team again. You got too many problems going on. You just had that head coach and all those first-round pick problems. So I got the Cowboys. They're going to be looking to bounce back now that they just lost to the Chiefs and they're 1-2 their last 3 games. So I can see the Cowboys winning this one on Thanksgiving comfortably. Now, we got Saints-Bills for the last game of the night on Thanksgiving. Bills just got destroyed by Jonathan Taylor single-handedly. 5-touchdown game. I think they're going to look to bounce back against a Saints team that is injured. They are injured as heck. The Saints, I thought they were going to beat the Eagles and overcome that adversity. I was wrong. Bills going to beat the Saints here. It's going to really hurt the Saints going forward, trying to look for a playoff position. But Bills, this is only good for you because you got the Patriots now in first place, and you got to hope they lose against the Titans, who are 8-3. You never know there. Now let's look forward to Sunday, the big game for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're going to be playing Cincinnati in Cincinnati. Cincinnati lose, they're out of the playoffs, and the Steelers go over them by that half a game because we treat the Lions. But I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to win that game, 100%. Pittsburgh will win. You got to document this one right here. Come back to this video. Pittsburgh will win. I'm the most confident in this game, this decision. Pittsburgh owns Cincinnati. They go into that freaking jungle and they always win. They always somehow win. The Cincinnati will give us the game even if we don't deserve it. Like that year, the wild card. Then that one regular season game with Antonio Brown. Like Antonio Brown always owned them. Too bad he sucks now. But we're going to win that game 100%. Bengals are pretenders, will not make the playoffs. Book it. Now, we got Dolphins-Panthers. I'm kind of high on the Panthers with Cam Newton, but they're going to lose this game, in my opinion, if I had to decide. Because the Dolphins have been underperforming, now on a winning streak. I think it's a 3-game winning streak. I think their schedule's getting a little bit easier. I could see them going on a winning streak, getting 7-8 wins. This is one of the wins they'll get at home to the Panthers. Just lost to Washington. Dolphins got more than enough to win this game with 2 top-paid corners, and Tua is going to play, I believe. No excuse. You got to win this one. You jump up to 5-7. Might even look for a playoff spot. You never know. But they're in the hunt. They're going to get this win. Book it. Now, Giants, Eagles. I tried picking the Giants. They let me down, so I'm going to go Eagles. Eagles look really good last week, and throughout the season, Jalen Hurts looks like he's kind of figuring it out. Maybe he might push for that divisional spot. But I got the Eagles, blowout win. Giants are done. Now we got Pats Titans. This is a pretty important game. Would have loved to see it on Thanksgiving, but they always gotta have these trash teams there and ruin my day. Now, I think the Patriots are gonna win. It's looking like it's gonna be Tampa Bay Patriots in the final for the Super Bowl. I'm gonna be very heartbroken if I gotta watch that, but I'll probably end up rooting for the Patriots because I like Bill Belichick more than I like that fraud Tom Grady. And I'm not even gonna say his name right, Tom Grady, because he's great at paying the referees. But anyways, Titans, I think they're pretenders as well. They got a lot of wins, but they're not that good. You can't lose to the Jets and the Texans and tell me you're gonna be a Super Bowl contending team. I'm sorry. Patriots looking like they're doing well with Mac Jones, the best New England quarterback of all time. And yeah, I think Patriots going to win that and stay first place in the division. Now we got Jags Falcons. We got a really bad bowl here. This is one of the worst games. If you're going to watch this game, Jesus, man. You got to have better things to do in life. Jaguars are going to win. They both suck. Trevor Lawrence, I love the guy. Sucks that he's on such a bad team. So what happens when you're first overall pick and the next generational quarterback? Wish he was on Pittsburgh, but he's gonna get the win somehow. Then we got Colts Bucks. I'm gonna say Colts. I'm really high on the Bucks. I think the Bucks are a really good team, but if they had a better quarterback, it would look better. Colts, you got a decent quarterback, amazing run game, amazing O-line, decent wide receiver weapons, decent defense. Yeah, I got the Colts are going to win that 100%. The Bucks have a tremendous defense, absolute top 3 defense, best weapons in the game, but the Colts have a lot of momentum after beating the Bills, and yeah, they're going to be looking to win that game. And now we got Texans Jets, another terrible game. If you're watching this game, get a life. Get a life. What do you see? Tyrod Taylor versus Zach Wilson? Come on. Texans win. They just beat the Titans. I know the Jets beat the Titans too, but they're flip-flopping quarterbacks here and there. And the Texans got Tyrod Taylor, who looked really good last week against a playoff team. So, Texans going to win that. I'm not even going to say any more on that game. Broncos, Chargers in Denver. This is a good test for Justin Herbert to see if he's the real deal in that high sky, whatever you call over there in the Broncos in the mountains. It's going to be a harder game for them. But I think the Chargers, you could beat the Steelers, you could beat the Broncos 100%. You're going to beat them. I don't think comfortably. It's going to come down to the wire because the Broncos are underrated, but they won't be making the playoffs. Chargers I can see making the playoffs. So yeah, Chargers win that game. Now we got Packers Rams. It's going to be in the Packers Stadium. And, it's going to be freezing there for those LA guys on the Rams. It's going to be bad for them. Only guy who might be used to it is my boy Stafford. Stafford's been doing iffy these past couple of weeks. He does have a really elite receiver in Cooper Kupp. But Devontae Adams is better. Running game, you're going to have to rely on that, in my opinion, to win that game. But I got the Packers beating them. Aaron Rodgers, come on, the best quarterback in the league. They're going to win the game. They would have won last week if Savage would have caught that ball. But, things happen. Packers win. You got to book that one. Sorry, Rams fans. Ravens, Browns. Looks like Lamar's going to play. Browns running back's coming back. This could be a shootout like last year. But I'm going to go Ravens. I don't know how it's going to go, but Ravens are going to win the game. They're at home. I'm not very high on the Browns. Browns are iffy. You can't score 15 points or 10 points against the Steelers and tell me that you're going to be a good team. I'm sorry. You got to score more points. And yes, Baker Mayfield overrated. Book that one. Washington football team, Seahawks on Monday night. Well, interesting game there. One of these teams are going to look to be in the hunt for the playoffs. I'm going to have to go with the Seahawks winning the game. I know I'm not very high on Washington, but Russell Wilson is that guy, and I think he's finally going to figure it out, hopefully. Don't make me look bad, Russ. I know Seattle's organization is kind of falling off, but they'll win this. Washington's not too hard. You're going into Washington, yeah, but Russell Wilson is like a top 3 quarterback. Come on. He's got it. You got weapons. Just get it done, man. I think you're going to do it. you're going to keep a little bit of hope for the Seattle fans. But yeah, Seattle's going to win that. And now hopefully we can go better than 7-8 that we did last week. And happy Thanksgiving, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment whatever you think about the video. And yeah, see you till the next video. See you.